What's up, Starter Do Crew? It's yours truly, Snor. Right now, better get into that. So, it's a rapper go by Mdot EBK. He got popped, and then his ops went on a high-speed chase with the police. Like, the title drop, like, reeled me in. Let's go ahead and get into it.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's KB, and we locked in. Now, let's jump into it. Today, we're going to be talking about a New York drill rapper named Mdot EBK. His ops just crashed out on him before running from law enforcement and crashing for real. This is a wild story. So without further ado, let's go.
Mdot double jilly me. I know what's going on. I'm a fool too. Don't get put in the grata.
Don't get put in the grata.
New York.
Don't get put in the grata. What is grata?
City was set aglow with not only celebratory fireworks, but also with the sinister flash of gunfire. The city bore witness to 2 deaths and 11 injuries resulting from the gun violence alone. Among those whose lives were snuffed out was a rapper named Mdot EBK, whose real name was Moise Figueroa. Mdot was no stranger to controversy, but he also built a promising rap career. He was on the verge of becoming New York's next big sensation, with some of his songs accumulating millions of streams, and I'm talking about millions quickly.
I posted that shit was crazy on that shit. I'm like, I bet this about to be a movie. Nigga, we posted that shit, nigga, first month, million.
Nah, word, the first month, million was crazy.
Like, that was like, what am I being paid for views, being paid for none of that? What am I?
But just like many drill rappers we see, Mdot carried a certain kind of negative energy around with him.
On my body, still smoking Nazi. She already keep saying them died, so I pass it to twins and Smelly and Naughty. Eric, easy, goofy, fry. I don't even like smoking your bro. I live in the net, so you know how it goes. Always been through the cook, I be dropping the O. So my face in the red, literally fro.
Oh, he one of them. Interesting. I'm gonna say this. Leave 3 in the chat. Leave 3 in the chat. That's it.
Smoking on that got me fried. Be the line, but I walk my pipe when I'm dumping these shots when I pray to Allah. Lola, Eric, easy, Poochie. When back to the Rebbe, got roll some Nazi. Hop out trying to hit his Koofy. Eat with the doc, got his Kaladi. I'm in dead up on my spliff. Lola, Nazi, Poochie, Rick. JD, Sleeve, Stone, more than 6. Throw up the G's cause I'm gunning for trips. Pull out house, let them get off my dick. And JoJo a rock can't beat for the snitch.
Regrettably, when you cultivate such an intense aurora, it's like holding a ticking time bomb. While Mdot didn't pioneer the trend of dissing ops and songs, he participated in and rode the wave of drill rappers doing this. But the law of karma is inescapable, and it didn't take long for Mdot's karma to swing back around. In the early hours of July 5th, around 2:30 a.m., in the Fordham Heights neighborhood of the Bronx, a tragic incident unfolded. 2 teenagers were strolling down the street when a white BMW SUV pulled up nearby. A man jumped out from the passenger side and bolted towards the sidewalk. The 2 teenagers that were walking noticed the vehicle and the emerging individual. One of them bolted while the other collapsed after being hit in the hip by a bullet. The man who jumped out of the vehicle then pursued the fleeing teenager, who turned out to be Mdot, and continued to fire at him, hitting him in the leg. Afterwards, the shooter returned to the vehicle, which reversed down the street. Ambulances arrived on scene, and Mdot was rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital, but ultimately succumbed to his injuries. However, the other individual, who had been shot in the hip, survived the attack. Directly following the shooting, the white BMW...
So they was hunting for him. Mdot. They was hunting for him. They didn't give a fuck about who else was with him.
Ran a stoplight, attracting the attention of a police officer who attempted to pull the car over, but the driver refused to stop, and a high-speed chase ensued, but it was short-lived as the vehicle flipped over and crashed. 2 suspects, one named Ariel Velasquez and the other named Ramon Santos, were apprehended at the scene, and the firearm used in the crime was recovered from the vehicle. Both suspects now face a litany
cooked. They are cooked
of charges, including murder and attempted murder.
We're following breaking news this morning. There were at least 6 shootings in the Bronx with 8 victims. 1 person has been killed.
In fact, about half an hour or so ago, I got some updated numbers from police. They tell me that since midnight, so in just the last 6 hours or so, there have been 10 shootings citywide with 11 victims. The Bronx, unfortunately, has borne the brunt of that violence. One of those victims, unfortunately, has died an 18-year-old man who his
Wow.
friend tells me was a well-known drill rapper here. He died in this shooting around 2:20 this morning. Mayor Eric Adams visited the scene and was briefed by officers here. Now, in addition to the 18-year-old who was shot and killed here on Morris Avenue, another man, 19 years old, was also shot. We're told he was hit in the hip. He was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital and is in stable condition. Police tell us that they do have 2 male persons of interest in custody in connection with this shooting in Fordham Heights, and they have recovered a firearm. This killing this morning may very well turn out to be over drill rap, so that could be one avenue of this investigation, which is in its infancy, and it could also explain Mayor Eric Adams' presence here early this morning.
Rapper.
Fox 5's The Set Nation.
Good afternoon to the both of you. As far as the Morris Avenue shooting, police tell us they do have 2 people in custody. Investigators have not released the identities of the victims. Remnants.
It's a sad day.
This was the scene in Fordham Heights along Morris Avenue. Lenny Defoe, a Lyft driver, waking up to see his car riddled with bullet holes after an 18 and 19-year-old were shot in the area. 20 in the morning. At the crash, police took 2 people in custody and also found a gun. The 18-year-old died and the 19-year-old is in stable condition. A neighbor would often see him.
He was very respectful. Yeah.
What were your interactions with him? What do you remember?
I remember him. If I'm standing over there near my property or even walking by, he always was making his business to say, "How you do, Pop? Are you okay?"
We did check in with police, but they have not said whether or not this particular shooting is connected.
Sound like a cool dude, in my opinion. This is just from what I'm hearing. Well, what I just heard, basically. It's like, I'm just going off my perspective type shit. I don't usually say anything to motherfuckers or people that I didn't want to speak to, or not willing to, or whatever. So, sound like he wasn't just an overly tough ass type of guy. Sound like he was just on there with the ops, you know? And there's some niggas out here that's overly tough with everybody. And yeah.
Rap, but we have heard from Mayor Adams before on this. He has expressed his concerns regarding this subgenre of music and any potential links to violence in the city.
As it stands, the precise motive behind the attack remains unclear. However, it's worth noting that Mdot was known for his open disrespect towards his rivals, which might have played a part in the tragic turn of events.
I'm the next hood Dirk, yo. I talk pain with my mother. I talk pain, bro. Like, with my mother. Now, Dirk, like, I'm really on my Vaughn. I really promote the violence. Like, I'm really him. With my mother. I was the always front line. Like, everything I did, my whole life, I was in front line. I was a baller, off and on the court, front line. You get what I'm trying to say?
So I asked everybody who came in this show, who's your favorite op to smoke?
My favorite op to smoke?
Who you want it? Who you want it? You know who my favorite op?
Y'all want me to get disrespectful?
Get disrespectful? Who you with right now?
I will Frankie roll up some Frankie. I'm a Frankie rolling up some Frankie.
I'm telling you.
So what about hard? Heavy on the E Dotty.
If you had to go to any one of your ops' grave to pee on it.
That's OD. I don't want to do that. That's disrespectful, bro. Disrespectul. You do that to mine, we raised in hell. We all gonna die. I risk my life. We all gonna die. I make sure y'all do that, but that's disrespectful. I don't know about y'all. That's disrespectful. That's not my type of style, bro. I don't even like smoke on dash, bro. That's not even. Let me tell you. Look, hold on, T Dotty. Between me and y'all, bro, I don't even like this. I don't like smoking dash, bro. I only do think he's gonna smoke mine, and I'm dead and it's quiet. I'm gonna smoke y'all dash too, but I'm not doing that just to be on some petty, bro. I don't wake up thinking I'm gonna smoke this. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Wake up trying to suck my. I bet I'm gonna roll up and smoke your mans now. You know what I'm trying to say? That's all.
My point proven, bro. My point fucking proven. You know what I'm saying? Like he too. He just shit. You on there with the ops.
If you don't suck my, I ain't gonna smoke your man. That's just how it is, bro. Word of my mother. I'm just not that type of to wake up and put it in a song, bro. That's just not my bop. I do it for a reason, cause I'm gonna suck my all day. Word of my mother. I spin blocks. I'm front line. I'm front line. Always been front line. Word of my mother.
With behavior and an outlook like this, it's not surprising that things went down the way that they did. When you live that type of life, this is what comes with it. You run that risk to yourself, your family.
I knew he was about that though, cause it's tooth is shit. I got a theory. You got a chipped tooth, you been through some shit. Then you get to the hands is all rough. It's a little theory. And so far ain't proven me wrong yet. So yeah.
And anybody around you. Everything that this guy was trying to build came to a sudden end in a vortex of violence, which is just a stark reminder of the high-risk lifestyle often associated with drill music. While Mdot wasn't alone in perpetrating this narrative within his genre, the intensity of his persona and actions ultimately attracted a fatal chain of events. The events following the shooting further illuminate the extreme danger of such lifestyles and the things that they can catalyze, affecting not only the individuals involved, but also innocent bystanders, families, and communities at large. And it's sad to see this type of stuff happen, to be honest with you. It's a story that we see over and over and over again, where somebody comes from nothing, uses music to build something and start getting money that they've always wanted to get. But because of their ties to the street, their inability to let it go, and their interest in disrespecting their ops seems to always lead down this road right here that we're looking at, with it almost always certainly ending and at least one person being affected for the rest of their life. And in this case, you got at least 3 people directly affected, because he died, the 2 people that were in the car were arrested, and more than likely their life is going to be over with. And then you got like mothers, sisters, brothers that are also going to be affected by these people not being around anymore. So I just think it's a sad situation to always see within the hip hop community. And I wish we could change something about it, to be honest with you. But that's basically it for the story of Mdot EBK and his tragic demise. So that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. As always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.
I mean, man, just to keep it all the way blunt with y'all, and some of y'all might not want to hear this shit, but this is one of them stories we're going to keep hearing for the longest. We're going to keep hearing this fucking story. Guy get on the track. He trying to bubble up in this rap career. And really, the way it was presented right here, it was the niggas that don't like him trying to bubble up off a rap career, putting his dead people in the song. So in terms, he's nice with the mic, and he can throw you niggas names in this song. So boom, they boiling. He catching the wave and whatnot. And shit, he catching the wave, they not. Oh, now they really hate this nigga, cause he coming up off they dead man's name. And shit, they did what they felt like they needed to do. We gonna keep hearing this story though. Nigga ain't really blocked. It happened to what's his name? Right before DD took off. Right before DD took off. Boom. That's what happened. It was like a month or two, then just did what it did. But hell, that ain't the first time it happened. Like, it's many events, many times that particular situation happened. Do we talk about them all, cover them all? No. But, yo, this shit happens. And not to boil this shit down to shit just happened. It's just, it's a story that we keep hearing. A different variation of the same story, basically. I'm going to check out Mdot EBK music. I told y'all in the middle of the video, leave me 3 of his best shit. We're going to run the 3 and run on him. Y'all told me to get back in the New York drill. We back. Anyway, it's your boy Snor. I'm gone, man.